So often as writers, we come to the blank page and we feel like we need to pull stories or themes like out of thin air, and we can feel this pressure when we come to the blank page. And as I've grown and learned as a writer, what I've realized is that when I come to the blank page, there are actually so many things that I can pull from. And I've learned the importance of listening as a writer, listening to my feelings, listening to my curiosity, listening to the people around me, things that they're saying, listening to experiences. And so I want to encourage you as a writer, it's not so much about figuring out how to pull things out of nothing and out there. One of the most powerful things you can do as a writer is to listen and just start noticing stories around you, noticing your own feelings, your own sensations. And what I like to compare this to is when we start noticing things, when we start listening, it's almost like stepping into this stream, and we're no longer consumed with trying to create something out of nothing, but we are now in this stream of life, in this stream of our daily activities, our daily interactions, and we're just paying attention, like what's on the side of the stream, what's swimming by me, how does that make me feel, what could I share with other people. And so I want to encourage you with that. And as you're learning to listen and paying attention, I heard this quote once by T.D. Jakes, and he was being asked, you know, you're a communicator, you're a preacher, you write books, you do movies, like you do all these things. How do you kind of prioritize and how do you do all these things? And I loved his response because he said, you know, so often we think, okay, I have this one race, this one tree in my life that I'm pursuing and building. And he's like, but what if God has given you like a forest within where you have so many things inside? And for T.D. Jakes, what he realized is there's this common thread between the things that he does of communication, communicating God's truth, communicating that life. And so that image of the forest within has stuck with me ever since. I actually am going to be writing a book with that title. But I wanted to encourage you as writers, you already have a forest within of your experiences, your ideas, your daily life right now, your daily life 10, 20, 50 years ago. And so taking time to just listen and look and see those stories and those things that God's already placed inside you, inside your life, because you never know what you're going to discover that you can use in your writing. And one more personal example from this. So I've been journaling ever since 2017, using the practice of listening prayer, where I will ask God a question or just kind of sit and say, I'm listening. And then I will journal, free write what I feel like God's saying to me as a letter. And just in the last few months, I've started sharing some of those prayers at local writing groups, in the Write With Us retreats. And now I'm feeling led to actually create like a book of those prayers and poems for writers. And that's something that I could never have like created or pulled from somewhere out there. It literally came from following my curiosity, free writing, talking to God, listening. And then it came from listening and seeing, okay, God, so I have this story, I have these poems. What do you want me to do with them? So I encourage you, as you follow your curiosity and as you listen, the most powerful question you can ask is, okay, God, like, what do you want me to do with this? Is this something for me privately? Is this something to share? And I cannot wait to see where your curiosity leads you, where God leads you as you listen and step into the stream that you're already in. It's already all around you. There's so many stories, so many things that you could write and share. So remember, my friends, to stay curious and to keep writing, because your stories matter, and I absolutely love being on this writing journey with you.